All right, this is gonna be another what's in my range bag video. I know this is a box though, but we're just gonna call it that. So this is a Seahorse 930 or 830. I don't know the exact model number. I don't even think the new ones that are out on the website have this locking mechanism that this one has. So I'm not sure if there was like a switch into those latches or whatever, but this is what I have. I ended up trading my buddy Ben for a plate carrier for this. So I mainly wanted this because I'm able to fit my 12.5 upper in here perfectly fine. Whereas my other case, my Pelican 1530 did not. So this has been like my one-day trip box that I really enjoy. If I'm going on a camp and shoot trip where I'm spending a night somewhere and shooting and doing all that, and I have my gear in my car for multiple days, I like taking my Pelican 1650 because it's a lot bigger. I fit all my stuff in there and it has multiple locking points. And then I also tie the box up to the seat rail in my vehicle. So if someone tries to smash my window and take my box, it's gonna take a lot of strength and a lot of effort to get that out of there. Whereas this one, it's a bit smaller, so I kind of worry about this one a little bit more. So again, if I'm going on a one-day trip, this is the box that I'm most likely gonna take. So everything that's inside of this box is kind of set up so that I could just get to my destination, to the range or wherever I'm going, and just kind of set everything up. Obviously, I take my target stands, my paper targets and all that stuff, but all my guns, my ammo, everything is usually in this box. That way I don't carry multiple items. If I do want to take like my night vision stuff, I'll usually just take my duffel bag, throw my helmet in there, my nods, and a few other items that I may need. But if I'm just doing a regular range trip, I just take this box right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and show you what I keep inside. All right, so this case did come with this organization attachment thing or whatever. I don't know what it's called. Honestly, I'm not a real expert on Seahorse cases. This is the only Seahorse product I have, and I'm pretty impressed with it. But yeah, it came with this organization placard or whatever. And I keep a lot of stuff in here, a lot of important stuff that I would use when I'm out shooting. So this first one here just has like my sunblock, easy to get to, and my locks. So again, this does have locking points on the latches, but I also like using my own personal locks, which these will also work in conjunction with a cable lock that I throw under my seat rail, so that way no one could just smash and grab my stuff. That's what I keep in here. And if I have other personal items like my phone or external batteries or whatever, I normally throw it in here. Down here, this is where I keep my rangefinder. So this is a rangefinder from Vortex. I honestly don't know what this one's called or what model it is, but this is the one I use. It was like $100, $200. It works great. I mean, I'm not shooting super far distance, so I don't really need a really good rangefinder. My shot timer in here with some tape to kind of cover up the hole if I don't want it to be that loud. And this other thing here, I do carry, what is this from Burn Gear? What is this company called again? Burn Proof Gear. This is like if you have a suppressor or something and you want to just grab it and take it off while it's still hot, you can use this because this is like a fireproof material. And then I have a little speed loader for all my pistol mags. This one, I got it in pink so that no one would take it and I can differentiate mine from other people that normally would buy a black one. But then my buddy Ben has a pink one as well, and he bought it for the same reason. So now we should probably label these so we know whose is whose. I have some extra foam, little plugs in case someone forgets their ear pro. I have a tool. This is an aim point acro tool, so you can mess around with your adjustments. I have some CLP, and then I also have these little testers for petroleum jello sauce. It's like gun lube. Normally, this little CLP bottle is what comes out of here all the time. I don't know, everyone always runs dry rifles, including myself. This one has a lot of lighting stuff, so I have a glow stick in here, or chem light, whatever you guys want to call it. I have some batteries, extra batteries. I put tape in there so it's not kind of touching all the other batteries. So AAA, AA's, and then a CR123. I need to refill my CR123s because almost everything runs CR123s. I have an extra handheld light. This is a Surefire, I don't know, it's that Haley strategic light. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's that little one where you can like shoot and hold it and whatever. So I like having it in there in case I need to pull it out. I have a headlamp for obvious reasons. You want to use this when you're shooting at night. And then I have the Spark. This is just like a red or green one. Okay. And it's dying. So these are, you can't recharge these or anything. Once they're done, and you just throw them away. So I need to get another one of these. These are little stickies for, like if you're shooting paper targets and you're not shooting paper, like white paper, you put this on your paper targets, cover up your holes, and then you can kind of get a fresh new target. Tape is always good. I like using this for targets or to cover your sights up if you want to shoot occluded, whatever. So this is cool to have for many other reasons. This is a staple gun that I like from DeWalt. It works like a staple gun, and it's nice. I like it. And then extra staples in this little battery box that I just threw in. I'm running low on staples. I gotta refill that. And then just index cards if you want to do like certain drills or whatever. And then I also have more staples in here actually. So I won't refill it. I'll just keep using these. All right, so that's everything that's in here. Going into the box, I do have a chest rig. This is one of my favorite chest rigs. This is a Spiritus Thing 1. Oh no, sorry, Thing 2. And I do have a few attachments. I usually throw my Nalgene in here. Then this is just like an admin pouch that's pretty empty. I normally throw my phone in there and other snacks or whatever. And then a med kit. I always try to have a med kit on all my chest rigs or plate carrier, whatever. And if I don't have one on it, I usually just take one from all my other carriers and then just throw it on whatever I'm using that day. I do have this little Nikon cover here so you can clean up all your optics. So I just have this on this little tab here. And then that's pretty much it. I like this thing too because it does, or is it a Thing 1? I don't know. Now I'm thinking it's a Thing 1 because the Thing 1 does have these. But anyways, I usually throw a radio in here or other items, but this is one of my more favorite chest rigs. I do have a holster. This is for my Glock 19 Safariland holster. This is the attachment to throw in my belt, whatever belt I'm wearing. It could be like a normal belt, and I could throw this on and still use my Safariland holster. I have some ear pro. If I'm using my helmet, which I will take a duffel bag for, the helmet has ear pro on it, but I always like to take extra ear pro anyways. And then I have this Supreme bag. This has all the mags that I'm using for all the guns that I'm going to be taking. Still have a lot of room in here. So for now, I just have some T mags and some Glock 19X mags, or they're just Glock 19 mags. Sorry, Glock 17 mags because it's a Glock 19X. And yeah, so all the mags are in here. That way, when I leave the range, I open this bag up and I make sure all my mags are in here. And I try to stay organized and throw all the stuff that I'm not using back in here so that I don't leave anything behind at the range, because it's happened before. I've lost multiple PMags already. So if you're one of those people, try and organize yourself. Keep them in a bag, count them all before you leave, make sure they're all there. Here I just have a Savior pistol bag thingy. And in here I have my Glock 19X. I also have my pistol lower from Aero Precision with a 12.5 upper from Aero Precision. Pretty much everything in here is Aero Precision. Yeah, the bolt is also Aero Precision. Geisley rail, this Noveski PEC attachment thing that took me forever to find. But yeah, this is the upper, lower. I just throw everything in there. I don't think it matters. And then I have my 5.56 in this bag right here, and then I have my 9mm in this Savior bag. These are both from Savior. Throw them in there. Since the wheels are at the bottom, I try to keep all my heavy stuff at the bottom. All right, one final tip for all you guys that are frequent shooters. If you're going out there shooting, you're posting a lot on social media, keep in mind that there's a lot of crappy people that will take notice of that, and then will start kind of tracking your patterns and see if they can kind of get a step ahead of you and take your stuff. So like I mentioned earlier, get a cable lock, secure it in your handle or in this little locking point here, and attach it to a permanently positioning your vehicle, whether it's like a seat rail, or if you have an older vehicle, you don't mind drilling into your vehicle, you can create an anchor point and then get even a chain, wrap the chain around there, and then call it a day. That way your stuff stays secure. Even if the doors are locked, you don't have to worry about your stuff getting taken pretty easily. I know a lot of us, when we go out shooting, we stop for snacks, whether it's at a gas station, McDonald's, whatever it is, and we leave our stuff unattended for a few minutes, but that's really all it takes for someone to just break your window and take this. But if you have this securely locked on your vehicle, it's gonna take a little bit longer than that. People are gonna take notice, and you can decide whether or not it's a smart decision to act on it or not. I'll leave that up to you, whatever it is you want to do. But again, the end goal is to be safe and walk away from things like that. So I'll see you guys.